everyone. Well, as I told you, life is a learning curve. I did do a video at 1 o'clock, but it didn't record. So I'm here to do it again. And like this, right? Okay, let's get started. So our topic today is, I know it's always said somebody's talking about me. It's time to choose another way, and I'm going to get my water. And as I said, for some of you that saw the post, the pre-post for this video, I kind of gave you a warning. Hang on to your bootstraps, because this is not going to be for the faint-hearted. I'm going to be very bold because I have my reasons, and we'll talk about that as we go through. This will not be one of the longer ones. I'm going to try and maintain a shorter time so that more people can fit these into their schedule. But nevertheless, our topic, it's time to choose another way. I'm really empowered, wanting to empower you all to grab hold of how critically important it is. Number one, that you recognize you have a choice for absolutely everything you do, almost. I would say the majority of things. Now, yes, there's chores to be done, there's people to be taken care of, but even with that, you have a choice on your attitude, how you choose to take care of those things. Excuse me, but I'm talking today about the choices we make in our wellness. As I said, all of life is a choice. We choose our thoughts, we choose how which i.e. is our attitude, we choose what we're going to eat, drink, walk, not, watch TV for binge. That's not a bad thing, but we make that choice. So all of life then is a choice. Are you choosing to just live your life like a kind of Russian roulette kind of lifestyle, where you're just kind of letting it go around and hoping that you'll maintain some semblance of wellness? I hope not, because life happens to all of us. And to what degree life will happen to all of us depends on how we have prepared for our futures in our wellness. So I ask you all, are you really serious about your wellness? I am serious about your wellness. I'm serious about my wellness. And therefore, I'm going to use the quote again that I did for downsizing, because it's a choice. The quote I said last time was, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions," i.e. that means up here, not applied, no change, no life change, no difference, no rewards. There's rewards in wellness, many, many rewards. So like downsizing, it's a choice. We choose whether or not we're going to take care of ourselves better. And like downsizing, with our motto, what we do affects all kinds of rippling relationships. Not only your own, not only my own, but if you choose to downsize or not, it affects people that will come after you, as we talked about in the last video. If you choose or don't choose to up your game in your wellness, it's affecting you, and you all know it. And furthermore, it will affect others that don't have your best. You can't be more, do more, without high level. And of course, equating that to what life stage and stamina and all that, of course. But the motto that I developed for this group is, we age gracefully so that we can be more, no, do more for ourselves so that we can be more for others. And that, you all, is the bottom line. It's about ourselves, yes, but it's about others. And there are 3 pillars of our aging gracefully. In the last video, I wrote some of this as I did it, but you'll get to read it. And we know, probably by heart, the 3 pillars are healthy homes, healthy lifestyles, healthy attitudes. These will lead to a life of wellness. We cannot have healthy lifestyles without healthy attitudes. I just don't believe it's possible. I make a choice if I'm going to walk every morning. I'm choosing to up my game, as I've mentioned this before, getting back to yoga and weightlifting and all of that, but there's been some other extenuating circumstances. But let me tell you, I will be back doing those things. One of the reasons is I've decided to, it was a choice to learn how to play golf, and by gum, I'm having a good time. So that takes a chunk of time, but I'm outside in the fresh air, I'm getting some exercise, and one of my goals was to have more fun. So that's a choice, but that's also during the nice weather, taking time that I'm not doing other forms of exercise. But I will. But I'm still getting exercise. So, I want to talk about my results, what you see in me, and I have to tread carefully here because you all can take this as, oh, who does she think she is? She just thinks she's so cool. No, 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 no. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for you. And the reason I want to talk about my results is because what you're seeing in me are my choices that I made 5 years ago, 5 years ago before that. When you see me 5 years from now, you're going to see the choices that I've made. And the same is true for you. It doesn't just happen. It's little bitty steps all the time, day by day. I walk my talk, you all. I'm not naturally slender. When you see, if you choose to partake in the online video series that I will have coming in sometime in September, some of them you can tell I'm a good 10 pounds heavier. And even though I was working on it then, I wasn't working on it that hard. And when your body's at its set point, man, it does not want to move. And so those last pounds are like, and then maintaining that weight, which I'm so grateful I'm where I am there. But every day I'm thinking about what, and I'm not a schizo-nutso about this, I do it because I feel better. And it's my optimum weight according to my doctor and tests and all that. And so I have to work on it. It's my choice every day. And you know I believe in the 80-20 rule. Most of the time I'm sticking with my stuff. The 20% I could give a flip. And I'm going to eat whatever, I'm not going to exercise. That's what keeps me in my world of taking care of my own wellness. So, in order to have the optimum wellness, these are the ingredients that I firmly believe in. At least they've worked for me. I'm sure there's some other things underlying these, but these are the basics. sleep, exercise, water, clean eating, and supplements. I won't go through all of these today, but sleep, REM sleep, is when our body repairs itself. That's the only time. And stay in, remember, back to choices. All of life is a choice. If we choose to stay up just watching whatever on TV and sleeping in the morning and dragging through our days, that's a choice. I choose, works for me. You might be night owls, and that's when you're most creative, as long as you're just not being, just wasting your life. But my max is in the morning. So I'm early to bed, early to rise, and I love it. It works for me. But I have to have that sleep. And of course the exercise, the water, all of that. Water is something that all of us need, but especially as we're aging. I feel this every day. My goal is to drink this and at least more in other forms of decaffeinated liquid. Many times we're tired and we're just hydrated. And by the time you feel or sense thirst, the medical people tell us that we're already hydrated. So most of us don't get enough water. And if we think we're hungry, the dietitians say drink water, and then if you're still hungry, you know you're hungry. I do supplements in packages, morning, afternoon, AM, PM packages, because then I don't have to figure out how much omega, how much, vitamin D, all that jazz. I take a few extra, but this is my basic for my age and some issues that I face and I'm working on. And I've had remarkable results. I also definitely believe in, as we age, in probiotics. They say that our gut is our second brain, and we'll talk about that more. Why supplements? Well, because our food source is so compromised today. Soil depletion, how much time our produce is in cold storage, and then there's the fact that how many of us every day eat all that we need. Unlikely, at least for me it is. So I'm absolutely an advocate of supplements. We'll talk about these other things. So, as I said, I have aging issues that I work hard on. And in spite of that, I absolutely refuse to have the destructive attitude that says, it doesn't matter, Mitzi, you're doing all this and you still have the couple things. No, imagine what I would have if I weren't working on these elements for wellness. No, 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 no. And it's our level of wellness. Any doctor or medical person will tell you, if you're going to go in and have a procedure or whatever might unfortunately strike, your state of wellness will make a difference. It may not prevent it, but it will definitely make a difference in your recovery and your well-being. And yes, I am very sad when I see people in conditions that I know they're setting themselves up for some not so good things in their future. I'm also sad when I hear of all of the issues and chronic and diseases and all that happening. And again, some will happen, but not all if the wellness factor has been higher. And again, I've talked about this before, and I write about it, that research, AMA, on and on and on, our future wellness depends 75% on our lifestyle, 25% on genetics. This has not been good news for a lot of people that want to use the excuse of, oh, my whole family has heart disease. Well, You might have the propensity for heart disease, but how's your weight? How's your exercise? All these other things. I told you this wasn't for the faint-hearted. Don't shoot me. It's the truth. In these COVID times and political uproars over this, that, and I don't have to go into that. There is a lot of fear. We need to get out of fear, you all, because fear equals stress equals less wellness. Our immune system is what's going to help us if in this COVID season, if we are we're wiped out, we're stressed out, all these other things. It's just like in cold or flu season. We all know that if we're run down, we're much more likely to come down with things than when our wellness is where it's supposed to be. I'll go into this another time, but the way our brains are wired, you cannot be in calm and relaxation and be a stress cadet or worried. We have two different parts of the brain. Check it out for yourself. Dr. Caroline Leaf and other brain theory doctors and scientists. Dr. Caroline Leaf is on YouTube. She's international. She's a scientist. She's a physician or a doctor. It's proven. So stress, worry, fear will not help our wellness. So what's the answer? The answer is sleep, exercise, water, clean eating, supplements, and staying out of fear. So why did I create the Wellness Guide? Again, you can say, oh, that Mitzi Beach is so dang pompous. That's your right. But I created this guide for you all. I'm already doing this most of the time. 80% I'm doing it, 20% not so much. But this Wellness Guide, I believe, will help you lift your level to restore your health and maintain your health. Or if you're in great health, to maintain it. That's almost as difficult as it is to restore it. So the Wellness Guide is available. I'm going to post it next week in this group, only if I have your email. And so next weekend, we're going to talk about this and how to apply it. The title for next week is How Much Protein Do I Really Need for the 50 Plus? We're going to try a new time next week. We're going to try Saturday morning. I don't know if 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time works best for you all. It will be online for when convenient. But Tuesday, that was a shot in the dark. You know, I've told you, I've admitted, this is all new. It's a learning curve. So we'll just see how that goes. So we're going to go to a Saturday morning, and that's our topic. And whew, I hope you handled all this. I really was bold because I really, really care about you all. So until the next time, be well.